Sometimes we humans have a rough time accepting reality. We think we know how things should work out or how they should be, and if they don't, we get upset or go into denial. Jesus' disciples were no different. Peter especially had a rough time with reality in today's gospel reading. As Jesus and his disciples were walking along the road on their way to Caesarea Philippi, he almost casually asked them who people say that he is. He seems to be doing a reality check on his ministry. And his disciples answer with a number of possibilities they have heard. But when Jesus asks them who they think he is, it is Peter who says that he is the Christ, the Anointed One. But when Jesus continues to teach about the implications of who he is, Peter balks because what Jesus says doesn't fit his conception of who the Christ should be. Whatever image he had, it certainly did not include suffering and death. But that is what Jesus was saying. He would suffer and die at the hands of the religious officials. Peter's reality and that of Jesus came into conflict, and Peter went into denial. This just can't be. But the reality was exactly what Jesus said it was. He had to suffer and die. How often do we go into denial when reality just doesn't fit our image of how things should be? Losses, sufferings, disappointments, rejections, setbacks, these things just aren't supposed to happen to us. And when they do, we sometimes go into a tailspin. How could this happen to me? Interestingly enough, we tend to forget that Jesus told us that we are to take up our cross and follow him. It's not all roses and sweetness. We seem to have the false notion that if we live our lives according to the rules, we will be spared all hurts and disappointments. But then we find out that that is not reality. That's not how things are. We need to remember, though, that Easter followed Good Friday. God and God alone can make sense of all this and turn our suffering into victory. We are going to carry our crosses, but that's just a fact of life. But so is resurrection and glory.